What's going on, world? It's Kane here on a fabulously hot Monday. It is another hot day, and surprisingly it's actually gonna cool off. So I hope you guys are having a great day today. I'm having one long day. Just finishing off today. It's about 6 o'clock now. Just wrapping up for the end of the day. A couple hours later than I'd intended, but what can you do? And now we're on our way home. Hopefully not to fight through too much traffic, because at the end of the day I just want to get home, right? So today, over the weekend I'd actually done a video, and I was gonna post it. I kind of forgot about posting it, just because I'm out of town this week, Thursday, through till Tuesday next week, or Monday next week. Sorry, I'm gone. I'm actually on holidays, so I won't be posting anything really. That being said, I kind of wanted to save it. So the video I did last Sunday, I will ultimately end up posting down the road. Just not right now. So today we're gonna actually talk about something that I've started kind of getting some experience on, I guess. And actually the next couple days we're probably gonna stick in the same genre, just because you know what, we've been all over, did a lot of serious stuff, less serious stuff. Sorry, it's, like I said, long day. And anyways, so I want to talk about something like a little more relaxed, I guess. So today we're going to talk about games. Specifically, we're actually going to talk about a new game that I started playing. I can't say it's a new game. It's been around for a little while, but it's a new enough game. It's called Smite. So for those of you guys that don't know, Smite is a computer, Xbox, maybe other console game. I have my PC, play with a few friends, and basically you are one of many gods. They've got an incredibly diverse selection of characters. I'd say there's probably over 50 or 60 characters you can play from. You've got the Norse gods, Greek gods, Chinese gods, and it just kind of extends from there. So I've only just started playing it probably about a week or so ago, and realistically I'm just literally scratching the surface in terms of the characters that are available to you. Thus far I've played as Ares, so for any of you guys that know Norse or Greek mythology, you'll know him. And then I also play as Thor periodically in the Norse mythology. And I've tried a few others in and around there, but those are the two main ones that I kind of stick with. So yeah, so that's those are kind of the gods that are there for you. And honestly, I gotta say, it's a cool game. Playstyle, it is a third person kind of. You look at, oh my god, I got something in my eye. You look at the back of the character's head the bulk of the time, but you can spin your camera around and whatnot. Your character has essentially 4 abilities. Each ability is unique to the character, so it's not like you're going to get a whole lot of overlap. Each character's playstyle is different, so again, not a whole lot of overlap. And so you get 4 abilities. You don't start off with all 4. And the other thing is, each ability can rank up 5 levels, so maximum of 20 levels total. Depending on the format you're playing, because they have a variety of formats you can play in Smite, you either start with 3 abilities, and you can allocate your ability points where you want. So you can either have 1 ability at level 3, ability at level 2, and 1 at level 1, or 3 at level 1. And then you have, or you have 1 ability. So far, that's what I've experienced. The other thing is that your 4th ability you actually don't unlock right away. You only start with the first 3. Your 4th ability is called your ultimate, or your special ability, and generally it shares a longer cooldown than, say, your primaries. Your first 3 abilities you're looking at generally between, I've noticed between about 5 or 8 seconds all the way up to about 20 seconds for a cooldown. Whereas your ultimate, you're looking at probably closer to a minute for a cooldown. And just based on those times, you guys can expect it's probably a long-lasting game. I've played matches where it's done in about 10 minutes. I've played matches where they're done in about 45. And so any of you guys have played games like Heroes of the Storm or League of Legends, it's got a very similar feel to it in what you do. And basically, most of the maps outside of one, you've got one, if not more lanes that both teams have to push. And what you do is you have NPCs that'll spawn at your base and then go charging forward at the enemy's base and vice versa. They will as well. But also you have to do the same thing. In order to get to your enemy's base, you have to go through 2 to 3 tiers. So the first tier is a tower. You have to take out the tower. The tower does a lot of damage to you, so you generally use your NPCs as cannon fodder. Then you have your second tower, or in some cases a phoenix. Same thing. In the event that it's a phoenix, the phoenix actually revives over time. The tower one is dead, it's dead. And then the third is generally a phoenix if you're playing the right formats for that. And a lot of times there's other outside things you can interact with as well. So you have your lane, or lanes, as it were. But then you also have, say, like a damage shrine. So obviously it improves your damage for one player. Or you have a mana regen shrine, and that's the same thing. Or you have gold shrines, which will give you gold, and then experience, and etc. So you guys get the gist. And then you also have to buy items for your character. And this is where kind of the diversity comes into play. Each character has more or less its own set of items available to it. A damaging class will have more damaging or healing type or damage reduction items available to it. But most of the items are going to be more damage tailored because it's a damage class. The tank or guardian class will have more prevention, more support type items available to your healer classes, and like so on and so forth. And then over and above that, you have potions you have available to you, which can either restore health, restore mana, improve damage, reduce damage. And then you have relics, and relics are kind of one of 12 items, I believe, 12 items that basically everybody gets a relic. You have at the end too. And the relics give you special abilities or cooldowns that can more or less either really help you or save your life. So for example, one of the relics is it lets you just blink forward. So you go from here to there, which is great because if you're trying to chase somebody and he's running away from you and you're like, oh God, I can't catch you. You just blink forward and you're like, I got you. It's a great time save. Or there's ones that help reduce the damage you take, making you invulnerable for 3 seconds or something, which could save your life. You know, there's a lot of stuff like that. So, so the thing that, like I said, the thing that makes you diverse is one, a lot of games, you're only like level 12 or 14 by the time you finish the game, that round, we'll call it. And so how you choose your talents and choose your abilities and choose to level up your abilities will have a pretty adverse effect on how you ultimately play. The other thing is, experience is not necessarily shared. It's kind of a proximity thing from what I can tell. So if you and your friend, we'll call him John, are in one lane together and your buddy Billy is in another lane, you and John kill guys, you and John will not share the experience with Billy, and vice versa. Anything that Billy kills, because he's so far away, you don't get experience for. So what ends up happening, and also this affects player kills as well, so what ends up happening is a lot of times is you'll have a team of 5, let's say, where 2 or 3 members might be significantly further ahead than the rest of the team. And that's just because they're getting more kills and they're involved in more kills or what have you. So it's actually, Smite in itself is a very cool game. if you like that kind of thing. It's very active. You have to pay attention a lot. You have to try out different characters to kind of find your niche of what works for you, and it's definitely a cool game. Now, like I said, I play it for the PC. The keybinds on it I don't love them, but they work okay. So your abilities are 1, 2, 3, 4 to level up the ability or upgrade. It's F1, F2, F3, F4. Your movement key is WASD, forward, back, side, side, and you actually strafe, you don't turn. To turn, you have to use your mouse. And then, yeah, and that's it. And then you've also got a couple letter keys for your potions. C and F, I want to say. Maybe? I don't know. And yeah, honestly, it's super cool. So, if you guys are looking to play a new game, whether or not for the PC, I can't say for the Xbox, but I would imagine whether or not for the PC or maybe even the Xbox, jump online and download it. It's free to download. At least the PC version is, as I said. I don't know about the consoles. Download it and check it out. You don't actually have to spend any money on it. You can really just buy all the characters through collecting what's called favor. And basically, as you win matches, as you complete quests, because every day you get a new quest that you can do, I believe it's every day, or as you get a daily reward, you get more favor, and use the favor to buy characters. So each character is about 5,500 favor, and you get, you know, upwards of 600, 800 a quest. So if you played, I am really sorry, guys. If you've played Heroes of the Storm, you'll kind of know Heroes did a very similar kind of ability thing, and it worked well for them. And so, or you can shell out, I think it's like $30, it's on sale, and buy all the characters up front. Me personally, I like to kind of focus myself and force myself to stick with a couple characters and get good at them before I start just jumping all over the place. So I haven't bought them, but eventually I probably will. And yeah, check it out. It is, like I said, it's a really fun game. You can play it with friends, you can play it against AIs, you can play it against players. They've got competitive leagues, tournaments, all sorts of stuff that you can get involved with. So if you're the casual player, it's good for you. If you're the hardcore aggressive player that wants to conquer the world, it's good for you. It requires a significant amount of strategy and coordination between you and your other players. So I find it's great to play with friends, but they have a chat system that allows you to quickly communicate with other players by hitting the V key, which brings up a list of quick command, and you hit V and then another set of letter combos after that to type out a message. So very quickly you type in VVB, let's say, and you've just told your team, I'll be right back, because you're teleporting back to go get health or something. So, and so yeah, anyways, so like I said, it's a cool game, especially if you like the Heroes of the Storm, League of Legends kind of Dota appeal, the laning, killing towers, taking out the enemy's base, well, in a third-person perspective. So definitely, just it's not a new game per se in the way that it's played. It is a tower attack and defend type game, but it is a lot of fun. So with that being said, we're gonna wrap things up for today. I've had a great time hanging out with you guys yet again, and I always do. So if you like what you're seeing, smash the like button down here. If you want to have some feedback on what's going on over the next couple of weeks and the topics we'll be discussing, drop a message in the section below. And as always, if you want to see more and continue to see my charming face pop up on your screen, make sure you hit the subscription button right there. Other than that, I hope you guys are having yourself a great day and you guys have yourself a great week, and I will see you tomorrow with another edition of the Daily Drive. Take care for now.